This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Monday, October the 8th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, Prime Minister Mottley has made an impassioned plea to Barbadians to take better care of their health. Addressing a massive crowd at Warren's yesterday afternoon that walked against cancer, Mottley drew on her personal experience as an addicted smoker, telling the tens of hundreds of pink-cladded people she had been able to kick the habit for the past 22 months.
I want us to start a conversation. Sugar every day, not good for you. Let us have this conversation nationally, and let us enter a compact to take control of our lives. If it was easy, I would have conquered it already. It isn't easy. And for me, to have not smoked for 22 months was the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life. And if I can do that, and I every day can do that, then I ask you, like me, to make a promise, not to me, not to your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your child, but to yourself. To yourself.
Good news for nurses at the Psychiatric Hospital who have not been paid a salary for months now. Minister of Health and Wellness, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic, assured them during the church service at the Abundant Life Assembly on Bank Hall to mark the start of Mental Health Week yesterday that outstanding monies should be in their pockets by month end.
To those of you who've been having challenges with payments over the last few months, let me assure you that I had requested a list of all such persons throughout the entire health sector. That list has reached me. I've looked at it. I forwarded it to the Ministry of Finance. And on Thursday, a copy of that list was delivered to the Prime Minister, and we intend to resolve those issues by month end.
Bostic also announced that government was considering introducing a schools-based mental health program through the next academic year. He also said that a comprehensive wellness program would be instituted across the island in the coming months.
And apart from mental wellness, it includes spiritual wellness, Pastor, because that is very, very, very important. And I strongly believe that this church and all of the churches in this country must join us in this effort, because we need to have the church at the center of the things that we do. So not only am I urging you to have a wellness program within this church, and we can provide you with some assistance, but within the next 2 weeks or so, I will be having some meetings with churches to see how I can get the churches in Barbados to anchor a national mentorship program for our young people.
In other news now, Barbadians now pay less for gasoline and cooking gas, but more for diesel and kerosene. As of midnight last night, the price of gasoline went down by 2 cents, while the 4 types of bottled gas dropped by between 20 cents and 97 cents. On the other hand, diesel has gone up by 6 cents and kerosene by 3 cents. Residents on the South Coast are calling on health authorities to intensify the fogging program that's aimed at destroying the mosquito nuisance, particularly in the Worthing Christchurch community. Spokesman Adrian Donovan says he has asked the government authorities to significantly expand the program.
We also had discussions regarding the fogging program. We've asked through the Ministry of Health that program be doubled in the respective area, because we're still getting complaints from the residents in the back of the swamp. This is St. Lawrence Rendezvous, and then being in discussions on a regular basis with the principal of the St. Lawrence Primary School, who has expressed some concern regarding the daily smell, that pungent smell that is in existence. So as long as the fogging program can be intensified, this is what we're suggesting, and something has to be done about that pungent smell in that particular, the Worthing police station, and let's say the sanctuary, the bottom of the Greenwater Sanctuary. That smell is really awful.
The Town and Country Development Planning Office, which closed last week after workers walked off the job due to environmental problems, will remain closed for a little while longer. An official statement said last night that the office will remain closed to business until Wednesday.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. More conflicting information is emerging regarding the financial status of the Trinidad oil refinery Petrotrin, which the government is shutting down due to unsustainable debt. But former Energy Minister and leader of the Congress of People, Caroline C. Prasad-Vershan, is discounting the government's version of the company, contending that it's not a drain on the country.
State oil company Petrotrin is in debt, but the company has positive cash flows and has always carried its own debt and paid its own interest. This from leader of the Congress of the People, Caroline C. Prasad-Vershan, who says government's new vision for Petrotrin will in fact cost the country billions of dollars. She estimates the overall figure to remodel Petrotrin at almost $20 billion.
And on the international scene, 20 people were killed when a stretch limousine crashed into another vehicle and pedestrians in the parking lot of a store in rural upstate New York, in what federal authorities on Sunday called the deadliest U.S. transport crash in nearly a decade. We pick up the story in this Reuters report.
Muddy tire tracks and broken branches mark the scene Sunday of a deadly crash in upstate New York.
Everyone inside the limousine was killed.
20 people died Saturday afternoon in a crash outside the popular Apple Barrel Cafe in the small town of Schoharie, about 40 miles west of Albany, after a limousine failed to stop at the intersection of State Routes 30 and 30A.
The limousine traveled across the intersection into a parking lot and struck a 2015 Toyota Highlander that was unoccupied and parked. Two pedestrians standing nearby were also struck and killed.
Reportedly members of a wedding party, all 17 passengers and the driver of the limousine were killed along with the two pedestrians. The National Transportation Safety Board sent a team to investigate.
20 fatalities is just horrific. I've been on the board for 12 years, and this is one of the biggest loss of lives that we've seen in a long, long time.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Now, you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.